Behold the face of chaos. This is not just a monster. It is a rebirth. Carnage isn't just a name, it is a promise written in red. It began on a storm-lashed Wednesday at Ravencroft Institute. Cletus Kasady didn't enter this world with a cry, but with a stranglehold. He tells the doctors he woke up in hell. To him, the world of the living of playgrounds and laughter was the real cage. He didn't see himself as a murderer. In his twisted mind, he was a liberator. Then came the second rebirth. Inside the cold walls of a prison, the darkness became alive. A drop of red, a shattered cell, and a destiny realized. That night, Cletus learned the only truth the universe holds. There is no right or wrong. He reached for the sky and found his purpose. He realized he wasn't just a man with a monster. He was the monster's soul. Now, deep beneath the surface, the shadows have found a voice. A hooded priestess stands before a flame shaped like a nightmare. Our God will be free. She whispers to the faithful. She preaches to the masses, showing them the face of the one the darkness chose. Kasady was born to shatter the walls. He has died and been reborn for them. The walls of their sanctuary tell a bloody history. They speak of a Lord who came from the darkness to beat back the light. They speak of ancient battles against gods of thunder and heroes of old. The priestess recounts the rumors. They heard he was cast into the vacuum of space, ripped apart and left for dead. They heard he was taken by the light, but the cult knows the truth that the world is too afraid to face. They raise their torches to a towering, skeletal icon, the Black King. No, they do these horrific things in his name, preparing the way for the final night, forever and together in the void. They chant. A figure clad in red and purple armor tumbles through the void of space. Surrounded by crystalline shards and debris, we see the armored figure breaking apart, revealing a man's terrified face beneath the fragmentation. What became of him? Another voice queries. How did he come to return from the brink? He burned. We watch as the figure plummets toward Earth, engulfed in the fire of atmospheric re-entry. It must have been agony for the symbiote and his other half. The Darkhold, the narrator reflects. Agony as it gave its immunity to fire and sound. Figure writhes in torment as it falls. The cosmic symmetry reveals itself. But as beautiful as this birth was, it was not without its own cosmic symmetry. Minutes after, Cletus rose and fell back to Earth. We see the impact. A massive explosion of earth and flame death. We see silence follows. A single panel shows the burned, twisted body lying in a crater, surrounded by disturbed earth, but death, it seems, was merely an inconvenience. Military vehicles arrive in force, trucks, armored transports, all converging on the scene. The prize is secured. We see Cletus Kasady's burned body contained in a specialized hazmat suit, sealed behind protective glass marked with biohazard warnings. His name is clearly visible. See KSIDY. The revelation unfolds. When we led our assault team to retrieve the stolen remnant of Null's symbiote, we had no idea what we would uncover. The science behind the horror is explained. We have long thought that when a symbiote leaves a host, its influence, its connection is lost. But this is not the case. The woman's face is shrouded, her smile confident and cold. The amplification begins. Inside the containment helmet, we see Kasady's horribly burned face in extreme close-up, his features distorted and grotesque. The cultists gather in the dim light of an underground chamber. At the center stands a containment vessel marked with the biohazard symbol. The cage, holding the remains of a monster from the wreckage, rises a nightmare. This isn't the Carnage the world remembers. It is something ancient and primal. A woman named Scorn, herself a host to a symbiote, approaches the beast. She is calm, almost hollow. I am merely his scorn, she whispers. She offers herself up, explaining that she carries a codex, a trace of symbiote. DNA left behind in her spine. The transformation is gruesome. The beast Cletus doesn't just kill her. He consumes her. He strips her apart, absorbing her essence and her codex into his own. Biomass Cletus Casati's voice returns, rasping and sadistic. He admits he feels better after a snack, but he's still hungry. He recounts a vision of a dark god wrapping hands around the throat of the world. He realizes his new purpose. He turns to a massive digital screen flickering in the dark. It displays rows of faces, heroes, villains, and civilians alike. Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Venom, even Deadpool.